No messing around this week. We've got spaghetti alla Norma, we've got a dessert, we've got Matt Adlard, who's a phenomenal baker. And what you made?
We made tiramisu.
So simple one pot medley, this dish. We're gonna get some chopped carrots, we're gonna get some garlic, we've got some tomato, onion, rosemary, coriander, lemon and coriander seeds. Now, historically with this type of recipe, we don't usually use coriander.
Okay, oh, so this is the
Italians
Haste
out
rogue.
there,
Yeah, they're
it's
gonna be
like, oh really? But trust me, this really works well.
Right, now I'm gonna chop some carrots.
And I'm going to finely slice up an aubergine. We're just going to leave that to one side. And then we've got 4 tomatoes into quarters, go straight in the pan. And then we're not going to use loads of water in here. We're going to rely on the water content of the vegetables we're actually using. So carrots, tomatoes, the aubergine, the onion, and we're just going to sweat that down with just a little bit of olive oil.
And now I'm going to add 2 handfuls of perfectly chopped carrots. I did drop some on you.
Got to run away.
Sorry, we've got to run away. Right, so we've got 2 carrots in.
Yeah.
Garlic whole, just take the skins off.
Yes, please. That can come straight off there as well. We have got over here, now I'm using coriander seeds, so we're going to use about 1.5 teaspoons. We have got some coriander, just really roughly chop that. We've got about a handful going in there. So a nice generous seasoning with some black pepper and a real generous seasoning of salt.
And then my nicely contributed garlic whole.
Right, so we've got the juice of a whole lemon.
3 fingers catch the seeds.
Yes.
There we go.
Chefy style look.
Yeah. See, I'd put it through a juicer.
Would you?
Yeah.
That's baking. This is a baker guy, isn't it?
I like the precision of it.
Love that. So we're going to add, just going to drag our hand down, a sprig of rosemary. And remember, this is going to get blitzed up, so not to worry about it too much. Finally, our sauce aspect, we're going to add a real generous amount of olive oil. And when I say generous, I mean really, really
You are being generous.
Yeah. So you've probably got 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil in there. Finally, we're going to just chop 1 onion into quarters, peel that off and just add that straight to the pan. Open the lid and just leave that to do its thing. Over here, second pan, we've got pan to get up to a nice toasty heat and we're going to roast off our aubergine.
Generous amount of olive oil into our pan, and then salt. Salt, now I know this from not cooking aubergine often, but salt's going to pull out the moisture
Exactly.
of the aubergine, correct?
High water content, and we want to get a nice crisp to that skin and a real brown sort of layer there. And that's where the flavour comes from. So that is simmering away nicely. We're looking at about 15 to 20 minutes for that to start break down. Add a splash of water if it starts to stick to the bottom of the pan, but try and leave it to do its thing. So leaving that lid on, the steam's going to rise up to the top, it's going to fall back into the sauce itself, keeping it nice and moist. I hate that word.
Moist, I know.
I hate that word so
It's
much.
smelling good, Ian, but it's time to get you out of the kitchen because it's dessert time. Get out of my way.
Right.
All right, so we're going to make, like I said earlier, tiramisu.
Okay.
Classic, quick Italian dessert. It's kind of one of those things like bread. There's only really one traditional way to do it, which is mascarpone, eggs, sugar.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no cream in there. There's no.
Is that all it is?
It's really that is it. You can add some other flavorings like rum, masala, wine, which we had long discussions about. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to add orange zest. So we're going to make it an orange tiramisu, but very simple. So we've got 500 grams of room temperature mascarpone. Like I said, room temperature key. That's going to allow you to whisk up so you get lots of air in there. It's really creamy and fluffy. And now this is where things can vary a little bit because we're going to use 6 egg whites and 4 egg yolks. If you want something that's a little bit denser, you can add more egg yolks. We can use 6 egg yolks, 6 egg whites. We're going to go 4 egg yolks. So
this is all new to you. I'm not a baker.
I'm
literally
dropping
put my hand up.
baking bombs on you right now.
And I understand tiramisu is one of the easiest ones to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it is easy. That's what we're doing. It's quick. It's easy.
Is it easy for me?
Yeah, you can do it. Right, whisk. You're going to just kind of fluff that up for me.
You want me to get on that?
Yeah.
Absolutely, fine.
But I just want you to whisk that until it's smooth. And in the meantime, I'm just going to start zesting the orange. You've beaten that up nicely. I'm going to add in a little bit of orange. I'm just going to tap that in. And you
Love
can
the smells of that straight
you
away.
can smell kind of the zest already. It's kind of like I'm filing my nails, actually, but this is a brilliant tool. If you're a baker, get yourself one of these little fine zesters. So we're going to add in about 70 grams of sugar. I'm going to hold back just a touch for our egg whites. Nice. That's enough. So I'm just going to hold back a little bit for our egg whites. And while you just incorporate that, it's really working out, aren't you?
Loving it.
I'm going to start whisking these to stiff peaks. And I'm just going to slowly add just a touch of sugar in as I'm whisking. And once these are at stiff peaks, we will combine the two. Right, here we go. Ooh.
I way prefer to use a hand whisk over an electric one. Said no one ever.
This is the best thing if you're having a dinner party and you want someone offers to help in the kitchen. You say, you whisk the egg whites.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do. Right, you can stop on that, Probs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're foamy now, but we're still not, we don't have any peakage yet. Yeah,
right.
This is not happening. We want sort of medium stiff peaks. Right, here we go. Let's go turbo mode now. Ian's favourite mode.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to whisk that for around 5 to 6 minutes.
So now I'm just going to lift this up and have a little look, and we should see a very gentle peak, right? So when I lift those beaters up, it leaves a quite soft peak on top of the bowl there. And now it's done. And that's quite a difficult bit, so I'm going to take the bowl back off you. Sorry, Ian. I don't want to mess up our dessert. So we're going to...
What do you mean?
So we're going to fold our egg whites into our mascarpone mixture. And what we have here is we have two very different textures. So we have quite a thick, creamy mixture, and then we've got very light egg whites. So if you dump those egg whites in there, it's like heavy and light trying to mix in, and it's just not going to mix very well. So always in baking, we do things in thirds. So we're going to take about a third of the egg white and we're going to fold this in. So I spin the bowl with my left hand and then kind of go underneath and around. So I'm just going to mix this until kind of most of that egg white has disappeared, which to me it has disappeared. So then I add my next third and just be slow, be gentle. We're not trying to beat the air out of the egg white. So we are going to just pour the coffee into a shallow dish, and then Ian, you're going to pour in the dark rum. So now the assembly, very easy. We're going to do individual glasses.
Okay.
So you want sponge finger soaked in the coffee syrup, then we want the cream, and then we literally just carry on building the layers. So we're going to put more of the coffee soaked biscuits on top of the mascarpone mixture, and then more mascarpone, and just keep layering it until you reach the top of your glass. Right, so we're going to finish these off. Yours looks beautiful.
Slightly better than yours, if you don't mind me saying.
A little bit better. Now, I was going to finish with cocoa powder, but you've made a fantastic suggestion. We're going to finish with a little bit of grated chocolate.
Locally produced as well.
There we go.
Chocolate.
Even better. So we're going to just take a microplane again. It's food styling. It's not a mess.
I like that. This is what you mean when they do the styling, where they just put the crap everywhere around it.
Oh, every day. And then, because every dessert, you need to show what is inside it. We need to tell people that there's a bit of orange in there. Nice. We're going to finish with just a few notes of orange, just a couple hints. We don't need too much. And that's it. Tiramisu.
They look amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And the best thing to do is to chill those. So you could eat that straight away, it'd be a bit sloppy though.
Okay, let's chill.
We will chill it. Let's eat a pasta alla norma.
Nice.
Let's chill it, come back. I almost want to cheers it.
Okay, swap sides again then, buddy.
Yeah, back.
Okay, so baking is done. We're going to get a nice pan of hot water on the go. You're going to heavily season that water as well, please. Good amount of salt.
Tastes like the sea.
Tastes like the sea, and you've got to have some seasoning in there, haven't you? And then we're just going to take our pasta, simply drop that down the middle and spread it around the sides. Our sauce is pretty much done, so we're going to pop this one up here and take a look at the sauce. And you see the amount of moisture still in those vegetables. It doesn't need anything else. It's had a splash of water, and the rest of that is just simple olive oil and the fragrance from that.
Seriously.
Good, yeah?
I'm not even lying to camera, that smells.
And then we're just going to take our blitzer, and I'm going to go turbo. You're going to add a small amount of Parmesan at this stage. And then we're going to just finish that off with a final little blitz. That is ready to go. Okay, so our sauce is all blitzed. Our aubergine is nice and crispy. Give them a little flip for me, Matt.
This is attempt number 2.
Better attempt. Nice.
Yeah?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
Very good. So we're going to add our spaghetti straight into our sauce.
Lovely, bit of that pasta water in there.
Lovely. So I'm going to spin, and I'm going to go into our ladle. And we're just going to ladle that out. And just pull that back off the side. And there we go. That is our spaghetti alla Norma. I'm going to add just a few bits of aubergine just over the top, just a few sprinkles. I'm going to really nicely pack up our coriander. I'm just going to give it a nice little sprinkle. Last but not least, we're just going to take a very small amount of our pepper. And finally, just to finish that off, a small amount of our Parmesan. Because we didn't quite have enough oil just at the start, I'm going to add just a very small drizzle of oil. It's my pasta spaghetti alla Norma.
Can I give you a slow clap?
Yeah, I like
that. Just watching that plating was majestic.
And all this needs now is our tiramisu, Matt.
Yes, I will go get it.
On the duties. And that is our tiramisu. That's a banging meal there, straight away, isn't it?
I like the ratio of 2 to 1.
I like that. Double desserting. Yeah. Look, Matt, thanks for coming on, dude.
It was a pleasure.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Go and check out his Instagram. It is Matt Adlard. He is ridiculously talented. Not just saying it because he's here and he's slightly bigger than me, but go and check it out. Honestly, his Instagram stories are freaking hilarious. They're absolutely awesome. Also, check out his YouTube channel where he makes cracking videos as well. And I can't not mention, I'm sorry to bang on about it again, but please check out my book. It is available on Amazon. The link is in the description box down below, which goes straight through to the channel or straight through to the actual site to go and buy that. Check out Matt, and I shall see you soon.
It was a pleasure. Bye.
Cheers then. Bye-bye.